Right now, two developing stories. First, Planned Parenthood plans to resume abortions in the state will have reaction. And at the state capitol, the state Senate votes to fire the state's top elections official. The attorney general says that is not legal. And we're following a possible strike by the United Auto Workers that will bring auto production to a halt. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. We start with breaking news out of Verona. The school district and police department investigating a sexual assault of a student there. The victim says the assault happened in a single-stall restroom. Another student has been identified as a suspect. The school district says it will hold that student accountable if they are found responsible. That student could also face legal ramifications. For more on this developing story, head to channel3000.com. We're following breaking news tonight after Wisconsin Planned Parenthood announced it will resume abortion services. Also breaking, the Republican-led state Senate voting to fire a top Wisconsin elections official. We have live political team coverage of these stories tonight. Will Keneally live at the Capitol with more on the future of Megan Wolf. And Braden Ross is outside Planned Parenthood, the clinic in Madison, and we will begin tonight with Braden. It has been more than a year since Wisconsin residents had access to abortion services inside state lines, but that changes on Monday, including at its clinic on Madison's east side. And Braden joins us now live. Braden?
Yeah, before Roe v. Wade was overturned last summer, this was one of three clinics, only three in Wisconsin, that provided abortions. But now, starting Monday, they'll be one of two to start again.
Today, we are eager to announce that Planned Parenthood Wisconsin will be resuming abortion care on Monday, September 18th.
After nearly 450 days, Wisconsinites will now once again be able to get an abortion in their home state.
We are ready to provide this essential care again because there is really, in our view, not a reason to wait any longer.
The move comes after a Dane County judge's ruling in July seemed to signal Wisconsin's 1849 abortion ban would soon be deemed unenforceable.
That's the legal clarification and confirmation that we at Planned Parenthood of Wisconsin needed to resume abortion services.
Planned Parenthood suspended abortions in Wisconsin after the overturning of Roe v. Wade last summer. Since then, they've continued to provide abortions to Wisconsinites across state lines in Minnesota and in Illinois.
And I think there's been a powerful moment when we are seeing a patient in Illinois and we ask them where they came from and they said Wisconsin, and we say we are too.
Pro-life advocates like Wisconsin Family Action are condemning the latest move.
This is a sad day for Wisconsin. It's a sad day because we're authorizing once again the killing of our future.
But despite their differences of opinion, both Planned Parenthood and Wisconsin Family Action agree there's still a long road ahead.
We have a variety of restrictions in Wisconsin that existed before last summer, and those are what we will be reverting to now, which is again why I mentioned that our goal is to continue to expand access to services in Wisconsin.
They are just basically saying we're above the law. We're not going to observe the rule of law.
Now, Planned Parenthood Wisconsin has already started booking appointments for abortions here at this clinic starting on Monday. For now, in Madison, Braden Ross, News 3 Now.
Braden, thank you. And reactions are pouring in from leaders and organizations on both sides of this issue across the state. Governor Evers releasing a statement saying, quote, "This is critically important news for Wisconsin women and patients across our state who for a year now have been unable to access the health care they need when and where they need it." Republican Senate Majority Leader Devin LeMahieu commenting on social media saying, quote, "Attorney General Josh Kaul should enforce Wisconsin's abortion laws and put a stop to this lawlessness." At the Capitol, Republicans voted a few hours ago to fire the state's top elections official. Political reporter Will Keneally is there now with the latest on this fallout. Will?
Eric, Republicans have continued to target the state's top elections official over continued concerns over the 2020 election, which prompted that vote today. Now, that's despite a 6-person bipartisan oversight commission saying that they fully support Megan Wolf in that role. But she says that she won't leave her post right away. So in Wisconsin, she can stay where she is until there is another person to replace her. Now, earlier this afternoon, she filed a lawsuit in Dane County Court asking a judge to essentially ignore today's state Senate vote to fire her. Now, she confirmed to us a few minutes ago that she will, in fact, show up to work tomorrow. We asked her, though, what will happen if a judge ends up ruling against her.
I think it also safeguards us against situations like this. The decisions are made by the commission, and that's going to continue to be the case. And so when important decisions have to be made by the Wisconsin elections commissioners, my job is to implement those directives.
We're disenfranchising voters. They're not going to go out and vote if they don't feel that their vote is not going to be stolen or that there's fraud going on.
So that was the Republican state Senate leader there speaking ahead of the vote to fire her. Now, courts have multiple times ruled that there was no widespread fraud in the 2020 election. That's at a busy day here at the state capitol, where in just a few minutes we're expecting the state assembly to vote on a bill that would change how legislative maps are drawn, which could change how much power Republicans have in the state legislature. We're actually in a little bit of a holding pattern. Just that door behind me there, both sides of the aisle were kind of in essentially a huddle as they kind of plan out what they want to do with the rest of the debate on that bill tonight. So we'll continue to provide coverage of that throughout the night and ahead here tonight at 6. Reporting from the Capitol, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
All right, Will, thank you. As you mentioned, Republicans and state assembly leaders are expected to pass a nonpartisan redistricting plan, something Democrats have been asking for more than a decade. Democrats rejected the plan, saying it's designed to work around the new liberal-controlled state Supreme Court, which will most likely throw out those Republican-drawn maps. Republicans continue to threaten to impeach Justice Janet Protasewicz if she does not recuse herself from 2 redistricting cases. Let's get a look now at your first warn forecast. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti joining us from the weather patio. Gary?
Got a nice day today. Lots of sunshine and comfortable temperatures. As we look at visible cloud track, you can see Wisconsin pretty much in the clear, but there are some clouds across Minnesota back into the Dakotas. That's the next weather system. Will be in here about this time tomorrow with some showers, perhaps some isolated thunderstorms. The first batch will weaken as it pushes into the dry air across Wisconsin, so the rain is a little more than 24 hours out. Low temperatures this morning are pretty chilly. Madison dropped to 42, but it was down into the 30s at Camp Douglas, and Black River Falls was down to 30 degrees last night. Most of southern Wisconsin saw temperatures in the lower to middle 40s. Current temperatures, though, have warmed up nicely. They're mainly in the lower to middle 70s, away from Lake Michigan, where temperatures are a little bit cooler. Here in Dane County, 72 right now, Madison, 74 in Middleton, 74 in Belleville, and 75 current temperature in Cross Plains. Look for mostly clear skies this evening. Temperatures dropping into the upper 50s by late evening. Later on, we'll take a look at how much rain we can expect, and we'll take a look at a warm-up as we head into next week as well.
Gary, thank you. And new today, President Biden's son, Hunter Biden, has been indicted by a grand jury on federal firearms charges. The indictment alleges Hunter Biden knowingly made a false and fictitious written statement when he bought a weapon in 2018 and unlawfully possessed the gun as a drug user. This summer, Hunter Biden entered into a plea agreement with the U.S. Justice Department, but the deal fell through in court. The charges come as congressional Republicans launched a formal impeachment inquiry into President Biden, centered in large part over Hunter Biden's business dealings. So far, no hard evidence of any wrongdoing by the president has been uncovered. Thousands of United Auto Workers could go on strike at midnight if contract negotiations with the top automakers don't end in a deal. Gloria Pasmino breaks down their demands.
We are preparing to strike these companies in a way they've never seen before.
Ready for the picket line. Thousands of U.S. auto workers could walk off the job Friday at midnight, launching a series of targeted strikes at individual plants run by some of the nation's largest automakers. Known as the Big Three, General Motors, Ford, and Stellantis are facing ambitious demands from the United Auto Workers Union. The list includes an immediate 20% raise in hourly pay, followed by 4 additional raises of 5% over 4 years. They also want retiree health care coverage and job protections. One worker says the toll of factory work is something you can't measure in dollars.
We wear our bodies out for these companies, and it's just part of our story, but we deserve to be compensated.
Company execs say they're negotiating in good faith.
We made our first offer almost 2 weeks ago to the UAW. We've made 3 offers since then, and we've had no genuine counteroffer on any of those.
As the deadline quickly approaches, hope for a deal is dwindling.
They spent more money enriching shareholders in a year than they spent on us in the entirety of the last contract cycle. They want to scare the American people into thinking the auto workers are the problem. We're not the problem.
In Detroit, I'm Gloria Pasmino reporting.
And these strikes could cost the industry billions of dollars and cause a domino effect for hundreds of suppliers and local communities. Well, the death of a 10-month-old girl here in Wisconsin this summer has led to a recall involving a product sold at Target stores. More than 50,000 Chuckle and Roar Ultimate Water Beads activity kits from from Buffalo Games are being recalled. This includes products sold both in-store and online between March and November of last year. The Consumer Product Safety Commission says if children eat these beads, they can grow in their stomachs and cause an intestinal obstruction. You're asked to take them back to Target stores or reach out to Buffalo Games for a full refund. Costco shoppers, listen up. Kirkland's Signature's chicken tortilla soup at the store was mistakenly labeled gluten-free. The Food Safety and Inspection Service calls it a misbranding issue. It's not a recall. The soup was sold in 2-pound tubs with an expiration date of November 23rd. So far, there have not been any confirmed reports of anyone getting sick from eating this soup. For the first time in nearly a decade, enrollment in the UW system went up this fall. Total enrollment went up at UW-Madison and now tops more than 50,000 students, although first-year admissions decreased at the flagship campus. 12 other UW branch campuses saw enrollment growth. UW-Whitewater saw the highest increase in the entire system, with enrollment there growing by almost 3.5% this year. New at 5 today, the Small Business Administration celebrating 70 years of supporting small businesses, and one of those small businesses has grown into an iconic Wisconsin brand known for its cheese curds, butter burgers, and custard. Culver's is one of the 68 legacy businesses that got its start with the help of the SBA. Founder Craig Culver was honored during today's ceremony. He shared some tips for business owners who are just starting out.
Surround yourself with the right people, people that encourage you. I needed that encouragement. I needed someone to say, Craig, we're going to make it. We're going to do whatever it takes. And if you truly believe in what you're doing, if you have a passion for what you're doing, you won't stay down. You'll get back up and you'll go at it again.
Well, SBA approved a loan to Craig Culver for the first Culver's franchise in Sauk City. The organization has played an important role in the company's expansion ever since. Happening now, our annual Coach for Kids donation drive continues. We're partnering with Clinky Cleaners, Magic 98, and the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County to help families in need. You can buy items off the Boys and Girls Club Amazon wish list or donate new or gently worn children's winter coats and accessories. Hats, gloves, scarves, snowsuits, and snow pants will all be accepted, and they can be dropped off at any Clinky Cleaners location. Look for more information in this story at channel3000.com, and you can donate through October 7th. Celebrations are due here at News 3 Now at our news website, channel3000.com. We have a couple of Best of Madison winners, channel3000.com, one Best Local News website, and my co-anchor, Charlotte Deleste at 6 and 10, won first place in the TV personality category. Congrats to Charlotte, and channel3000.com, where you can find out more about all the Madison Magazine Best of winners. Still to come, Gary has a complete look at our forecast as we head for the weekend, plus the Badger home game. But those in New England have another major weather concern on their minds as Hurricane Lee heads their way. We'll have the latest track and a strong Thursday at trading on Wall Street. The Dow surges more than 331 points. The NASDAQ up 112. The S&P adds almost 38. We'll be right back.
Don't miss the spectacular September savings at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Save $1,500 instantly on this LG refrigerator. This Maytag laundry pair is now just $26 a month, and 6-year special financing with no money down at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley.
Secure your home, add privacy, and keep your children and pets safe with one call to Revamp Fence, South Central Wisconsin's trusted source for high-quality fencing solutions. Revamp Fence installs state-of-the-art vinyl structures 5 times stronger than wood, wind, water, and fade-resistant, easy to clean and maintain, with a variety of stunning color combinations to enhance curb appeal, and backed with a lifetime warranty. Call now during our home safety event. You'll save with 50% off installation of a new fence, or choose 24 months no interest financing. Plus, receive a $250 Home Depot gift card with purchase and a bonus. Call during this program and receive a free upgrade to solar fence post cap lights. From Madison and South Central Wisconsin, call 1-800-565-5096. That's 1-800-565-5096.
At Lawton Cates, your life counts is more than just a slogan. It's providing guidance after a serious accident. From the first phone call, we're by your side, helping with the important decisions. Not just for your medical care, but for your family's peace of mind. The Lawton Cates team combines experience and genuine compassion because we know how much is at stake, and we're dedicated to ensuring you can heal and move forward. At Lawton Cates, your life counts. Call today for a free consultation.
Fry Construction invites you to usher in the fall season with our exclusive fall sale. We're talking about savings of 23%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 4 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Get on board for our fall savings. Save 23% off gutters with any full roofing project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
Don't miss the spectacular September savings at Ashley. Everything is on sale with discounts up to 75% off. Save on sofas, sectionals, bedroom sets, and more. Plus, fast free delivery on in-stock items. All at Ashley.
Tonight, we follow up on a News 3 Now investigation. Madison wedding photographers who faced allegations of pandemic unemployment fraud. They thought the nightmare was over, but far from it. Naomi Coles has the latest. That's tonight at 6.
News 3 Now's Call for Action has settled hundreds of area consumer disputes. But we can't do it without our dedicated team of volunteers. Would you like to join us? Contact Call for Action by phone or visit channel3000.com to fill out an application. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Hundreds of thousands of dreamers, undocumented immigrants who were brought to this country as children suffered a legal setback yesterday. A federal judge in Texas declared the latest version of the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program, or DACA, as unlawful. But the judge did stop short of a complete termination of the program, allowing current DACA beneficiaries to be able to continue to renew their work permits and be protected from deportation, while closing the program to new applicants. More than 500,000 immigrants are enrolled currently in that program. Heavy rain, high winds, coastal flooding are all threatening several northeast states as Category 1 Hurricane Lee churns past Bermuda. Forecasters say severe storm impacts could be felt by many living in New England through the weekend. Laura Aguirre has the latest on how residents there are preparing.
Ben Franklin said, if you fail to plan, you have planned to fail.
That message reverberating among emergency planners along the northern U.S. East Coast Thursday.
Even if it's not a direct hit, are we going to experience tropical storm force winds?
Hurricane Lee is churning past Bermuda and could weaken as it travels north. Still, forecasters predict it will bring high winds, heavy rain, and coastal flooding as it barrels near or over Maine by Saturday. Storm surge alerts up to 3 feet stretch along much of New England's coast, even higher in places like Cape Cod and Nantucket, Massachusetts. Many residents say they'll ride it out.
You get to the point where you question, like, how much more can it take? But, you know, we've built it back up each time.
In Saco Bay, Maine, an Army Corps of Engineers jetty spur project would help reduce storm impacts and erosion. Congress has approved it, but hasn't authorized federal funds to be spent yet.
Because they haven't done anything, we're defenseless.
Some towns are taking before pictures of their coastal areas.
Being able to document what the property looked like pre-storm versus post-storm is really helpful if you have to kind of put in any type of an insurance claim.
As of Thursday, hurricane-force winds stretched nearly 100 miles from Lee's center. Even at sea, this storm packs a punch. I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
And Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti back with more on this weather system. Gary.
Yeah, we're continuing to watch Lee and its possible effects on the United States, and it might influence our weather a little bit, and I'll show you why in just a minute here. Lee right now, maximum sustained winds about 85 miles an hour. It's a Category 1 hurricane, but the upper level winds are starting to shear some of the energy to the north and east of the storm, and as it moves over the cooler waters of the northern Atlantic, it will weaken a little bit. But notice, still maintaining Category 1 hurricane strength as it passes to the east of Washington, D.C., and then races to the north. Now, notice where it's expected to make landfall, probably just east of Maine, maybe into parts of Nova Scotia. Winds at that point are still near hurricane force, even though at that point it won't be considered a hurricane because it loses its tropical characteristics. It's kind of, it gets involved with another weather system in that area. So that will weaken it a little bit, but still maintains a fair amount of strength. And notice the rain continuing to spread toward the north and east. Are tropical storm warnings in effect for New England, as well as storm surge warnings. But eventually Lee will weaken and die out across the northern portion of the Atlantic Ocean. There's also Hurricane Margot in the central Atlantic, and this area of tropical disturbances could become a tropical depression in the next day or so and bear some watching as it heads toward the west-northwest. But as Lee heads up the east coast, it'll slow down the progression of weather systems. So the system that comes through tomorrow will probably bring us some rain and then stall out to the east, and that may give us a prolonged period period of dry weather as we head into the early part of next week. For football games tomorrow night, the final drive forecast, our featured game is Sun Prairie East at Sun Prairie West, kickoff 7 p.m. Skies will turn cloudy. Can't rule out an isolated shower or thunderstorm. Otherwise, it'll be pretty comfortable with temperatures generally in the upper 60s to the middle 70s. Three things you need to know in the forecast. Tomorrow, look for high temperatures in the upper 70s. Then we'll see those shower chances tomorrow night into Saturday. Can't rule out an isolated thunderstorm, but nothing widespread. And then as we warm up next week with that prolonged period of mainly dry weather, temperatures will be up around 80 or even a little bit above from Tuesday through Friday of next week. On Doppler track, you can see some light showers moving through parts of Minnesota, a couple of thunderstorms in there. This first batch of rain will stay mainly to the north and kind of weaken because the air across Wisconsin is a little bit drier. But eventually, this will provide the focus for some showers and thunderstorms moving into parts of west central Wisconsin and eventually southern Wisconsin about this time tomorrow night. So again, that's when our best chances for rain will be. Plan your night tonight. Look for a low of 53 in Verona, 53 in Windsor, and 53 in Roxbury with mostly clear skies. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, a little chilly in Watertown, 49 for the low. But the farther west you go, the warmer it'll be with southerly winds. 60 for the high for the low in La Crosse and 56 in Prairie du Chien. For tomorrow, look for skies to be partly sunny. It'll be very mild. High temperature 77 with winds out of the south-southwest at 8 to 15 miles per hour. But there is a chance for showers and thunderstorms tomorrow night into Saturday. Some areas may miss out on the rain altogether. Other areas between about 1/10 and 1/4 of an inch of rain, and a few pockets where there might be 1/4 to 1/2 inch of rain and a heavier shower or an isolated thunderstorm. First warned 7 to 10 day forecast. Sunday now looks like it'll be dry with high temperatures around 70 and mostly sunny skies. And then warm up next week. Those temperatures getting into the upper 70s to lower 80s. Just a slight chance for a thunderstorm on a warm front Tuesday night. The better chances for showers and thunderstorms might be next weekend, and even that probably only about a 30 to 40% chance of rain with temperatures at or slightly above normal. As we check out first warn traffic this afternoon, well, the Beltline looking pretty good. Just a little bit of a slowdown around Monona Drive, pretty typical for this time of day. Some slowdowns northbound on Stoughton Road north of the Beltline. Otherwise, normal travel times either way on the Beltline between University Avenue and the interstate. It's 18 minutes from Sun Prairie inbound to downtown on East Washington Avenue. Heading back outbound, it's a 19-minute trip today. Middleton to Sauk City on US 12 will take you 15 minutes. And from the Beltline to Janesville on I-3990 is a 23-minute trip down to the south. That's your news for now. First warn traffic.
All right, Gary, thank you. Next at 5, how an all-female mariachi band is taking Northern California by storm, highlighting Hispanic Heritage Month. That's just ahead.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
At Revamp, we transform your old beat-up concrete from this to this in one day. We grind down the concrete to open up the pores for a perfect bond. Then we repair all cracks and apply our base coat and chip and seal it with our polyaspartic top coat that will never chip, peel, or discolor. On top of all that, our coatings are ridiculously easy to clean and covered by our exclusive lifetime warranty. And right now, we're running our 60-60-60 sale. So when you purchase your new concrete coating from any of our Revamp brands, you get a $60 Visa gift card, plus either 60% off the installation or 60-month no-interest financing. And when you call during this program, you'll also get up to 10 carbon fiber concrete stitches free, which help reinforce cracks and stop them from spreading. A $350 value for free.
South Central Wisconsin homeowners, pick up the phone. Call 1-800-886-8411. That's 1-800-886-8411.
Daddy teaches you can be anything in this world that you want to be, right? Don't Daddy teach you that?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if you're black or white or any color.
See, this is how children think right here. Critical race theory wants to end that.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the Afro-American people.
Not with my children. It's not gonna happen.
You can make friends.
Yeah, you can make friends, no matter what color they are. So we need to stop CRT. Period. Point blank. Children do not see skin color, man. They love everybody. If they're good people, they love them.
The truth wins if we're all brave enough to tell it.
I'm Darrell Hall of Hall Farms, and this is my John Deere. We farm 1,700 acres of crop ground, and then we also have purebred breeding sheep. We've dealt with Sloan since 1980, and what I think really makes them stand out is the person-to-person contact, and it seems like they're always on top of their business to the finest detail. And that just amazes me, and I think that's why Sloan's is so impressive to us farmers, and this is why I think of Sloan's first.
Spectrum brings us Spectrum One, where Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and unlimited mobile come together to keep you seamlessly connected wherever you are!
Why did you switch? With Spectrum One, we get a super fast, reliable connection.
And the advanced Wi-Fi has enhanced security and privacy features that automatically block online threats.
How reliable is Spectrum Mobile? It's a super reliable service coast to coast.
Switch to Spectrum One and get internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and one free line of unlimited mobile. Call 1-833-685-4999.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Hispanic Heritage Month officially begins tomorrow, and a group of female musicians in Northern California are taking the mariachi world by storm. Sacra Gray has more on how it all started.
In the male-dominated world of mariachi, the sweet sound of the Mariachi Bonitas stands out. The all-female ensemble is keeping the symbolic Mexican tradition alive and shattering glass ceilings as they do so.
We see other women, other young women get empowered.
Founder Denora Klingler was just 9 years old when she began her musical journey in Mexico City. As Klingler moved to the States in her 20s, each strum of the guitar kept her connected to her homeland. Following a successful music career in Los Angeles, she created the Sacramento-based Mariachi Bonitas during the pandemic.
Nobody was doing much at home, and to lift the spirits of people and all these musicians, I just decided I'm gonna give it a chance.
The group now shares their talents with audiences across Northern California, bringing smiles, storytelling, and the rich history of Mexico to every celebration. As they march to their own beat, their story strikes a chord with the next generation.
We want to see more artists, more female musicians jump in and say, you know what, I can do it. If they can do it, I can do it.
And we're back with a final check of your firstborn forecast in just a moment.
At Berkshire Automotive, we have a non-commissioned sales team, which is a polite way to say we don't really care whether you buy a practical Equinox, the rugged Silverado, or the speedy new Corvette. You've been told no before? Join the Berkshire Automotive family for the yes.
Get 11% off everything at Menards. Update your home with bright, energy-efficient LED recessed lighting from Juno. Its ultra-thin design fits flush against the surface, making it quick and easy to install. Get this 6-inch LED flat wafer downlight for $17.97 after rebate. Keep your devices powered with Energizer Max batteries. They deliver consistent performance and have lasting power. A 16-pack of AA and AAA batteries are $8.99 after 11% off. Right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Thank you so much for picking up.
When you really desperately need to talk to your insurance company, when you're having one of the worst days of your life.
What do people do at a time like this?
Sometimes you just want to talk to someone, a person, not a robot or a recording or an app. Oh, sure, we have all that stuff.
By Friday.
But on a day like that,
just like that,
that phone line can end up feeling like a lifeline.
Thank you so much for listening.
At a time like that, you want a company like West Bend, because the worst brings out our best.
Memories matter. This bend on Cox Hollow Lake was one of Dad's favorite fishing holes. Crest Funeral and Cremation Service helped us make sure he's never forgotten. Making it personal. It's how you heal. We are Crest. We truly believe your memories matter.
No matter what kind of store you visit, no matter what kind of tobacco you ask for, it's illegal to sell tobacco products to anyone under 21. So remember to bring your ID. It will get checked. Because in Wisconsin, 21 means 21, no matter what.
You've probably heard by now, but Wanakee Remodeling has been transforming homes for the better part of half a century by installing materials that stand the test of time from a team of trusted home pros. Our design team delivers a turnkey experience for your interior or exterior remodeling project, leaving you with a home you love. At Wanakee Remodeling, we'll never stop improving. Right now, get a special window offer. Buy one window, get one 40% off plus special financing. Visit WanakeeRemodeling.com for more.
At Bergstrom Automotive, we're so serious about saying yes to your trade-in, we challenge you to bring us a no. We accept crazy things like old cowboy boots and an old office chair, even that old junkie you didn't think would make it to the parking lot. Join the Bergstrom Automotive family for the yes.
We've got a lot of news coming up. A forgotten crop making a comeback. Our Eye on America looks at how indigo is being used in creative new ways, plus its meaningful history. That's tonight on the CBS Evening News.
And coming up here in 30 minutes, a bizarre sighting in La Crosse County has many wondering what they saw. Could it be a UFO? We'll have that story and much more coming your way tonight. Next hour on News 3 Now at 6. And Gary rejoins us once again. Final check of the forecast.
Well, things are pretty quiet out there right now. We've got lots of sunshine. There's the live view from the WISC-TV Skycam. These are the September days you like to see with clear skies and comfortable temperatures. In fact, speaking of those temperatures right now, away from Lake Michigan, just about everybody in the 70s to near 80. It's almost 80 in La Crosse, 75 right now in Lone Rock, 74 in the Dells, 75 in Janesville, and 72 here in Madison. Across the rest of Dane County, 74 in Edgerton, 71 in Sun Prairie, and 73 degrees right now in the town of Perry. Look for skies to be mostly clear this evening. Temperatures dropping off into the upper 50s. We could use the rain. Might see some chances tomorrow night into Saturday, but I think Sunday will be dry and then it'll warm up for next week.
That's been your most common phrase for the last 3 months. We could use the rain.
We could use the rain.
I've been able to say that
when you keep showing the drought monitor.
We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. CBS Evening News coming your way next. Stay tuned.